The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Dengler, seed number 3, qualified in with a 1.70 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. He got a bye in round 1 and round 2, and he defeated Fractal in round 3 to get here to the top 8. He's got an overall PB of 5.43 million, ranked number 8 in the most recent Premier poll, premierpoll.com, Premier with an E. Dengler, a 3-time semifinalist, was in the top 8 of Mega Masters last month, a top 4 finisher in CTWC last year. It was top 8 the year before. Also won the Northeast Regional Tournament in 2024 and Classic Tetris Level 12. He's also the author of the first perfect max out, right? All Tetrises until the max out. He's the first player to get a 1.5 into the level 29 transition. He's also a 2-time Challenger Circuit winner, and he won a Future Circuit as well. That is Dengler. And on the right side is Blue Scooty. Okay, 161 for Dengler, 139 for Scooty. No, Scooty, of course, also receiving a round 1 and round 2 bye. He qualified into seed number 6 with a 1.66 million. Defeated Maisie in the top 16. He's got an overall PB of 12.4 million. He's ranked number 1 in the most recent Premier poll. He's a 6-time CTM Masters event winner, including a 9-month streak where he finished in the finals every single month, whether it was first or second. He was in the finals for 9 months in a row last year into this year. Second in CTWC's Jonas Cup. That's their North American DAS Championship. He's a semifinalist in CTWC in 2023. And you've seen Scooty winning the Kansas City Regional and his own regional in Stillwater, Oklahoma library. That's literally his town's library. And he just made a regional so he could win it, really, I think is what it is. Man. Anyway, the Blue Scooty, of course, the first player ever to get the game crash. To take the game all the way to one of the crash points. In Scooty's case, it was level 157 because he missed the first crash point. I mean, can you imagine missing the first crash point? God. $234 for Blue Scooty, $302 for Dengler. Long bar, dirty Tetris, Dengler, $324. Like, yeah, how bad do you have to be at Tetris to miss the first crash point? $256 Scooty, long bar, gets down. Tetris 279 through 80 lines. And a Tetris for Dengler. He's at 84 lines at 351. I have never missed the first crash point. So, tells you a little bit what you're dealing with. All right, Scooty with a covered well. There's a good Z piece. A skim and a Tetris for Blue Scooty, 307. And a Tetris for Dengler, 381, line apart. About a 73,000 point lead for Dengler. Blue Scooty filling the long bar tuck setup. That's right. Skim and a Tetris.png. All underscores in between. Tetris Scooty 405. There's if it's filled in for Dengler 451. Dengler going to fill in the middle of the board. And I might have to maybe I don't. Okay, there's the Tetris for Dengler on our screen. The stream paused a little bit, so it looked like Dengler had extra time to think about it. But he didn't. Tetris Dengler 543, 454 for Scooty. There's a Tetris Scooty 477. 3 lines away for Scooty, 7 lines away for Dengler. Level 19 will have a speed increase of 50%. So imagine a bus going 60 miles an hour. Now that bus is going 90 miles an hour. Scooty was into 19 at 503 and got a Tetris 591 entry for Dengler. You don't think that's how the analogy works? What, buses don't go 60 miles an hour? You know, buses can do more than one thing. 8-bit Lord. They don't go over 55? Oh. I mean, if you're Sandra Bullock, I guess it's not a good idea. Okay, Dengler uncovers the right side, long bar down, Tetris, Dengler, 655. Tetris for Scooty, 639. There's a Tetris Scooty, 667. No one under 40 got that? Yeah. Is anybody under... All right, is anyone under 40 here who has seen the movie Speed with Sandra Bullock? Tetris Dengler, 769, 678 Blue Scooty. Arbaro has Nerd the Box. See, you're wrong. Wrongly, you are wrong. You are wrongly. WRONGCLI. Wrongly. Get it? Do you get it, Wrongly? Do you get it? Let me explain it to you again. 858 Dengler, 743 for Blue Scooty. Blue Scooty's grandpa is here. Oh my goodness. You can't escape these Scooties. 895 for Dengler, 783, now 815 for Blue Scooty. That Z doesn't quite land where he wants it, so that's going to cause some extra burning for Scooty. Dengler up by about 150,000 points. Lines are pretty close. Tetris for Scooty, 1 row off the bottom, column 8. Now 10 lines away for Scooty. Before 29 hits, he gets a Tetris. Dengler with the A19. That is a max out. The A means 1 million points. The max out happens at 1 million minus 1 points. Cobra with the raid, party of 3. Thank you, Cobra. Dengler into 29 at A62. Scooty's in at 970. About a 90-something thousand point lead or difference at the 29 entry. Now we've got 100 lines at this speed until the super kill screen kicks in, killing these players' games. And oh no, Scooty's bored. Oh, and he can't get the bar over. That's a top out for Scooty at 986 on level 30. And Dengler is good in game number 1. All the Scooties are here. Oma Red Star, Hemalizer, Blue Scooty's grandpa, Stanislaw. Dengler up 1-0. Scooty looking to tie it up. Scooty Mom is here. We showed them once how to get Twitch notifications. I mean, that's one step above, like, you know, that's one step above, like, learning to program the VCR. Like, I'm very proud of you, Scooty Mom. All right, Hemalizer with the thumbs up. Bad Green Tiger. Now, who is Bad Green Tiger? Oh my God, there's too many. Hemalizer's like, hey, I'm old. Okay, Scooty got to fill in one bar to get the stack Tetris ready, and the other bar to get the Tetris. 73,000 for Blue Scooty in game number 2. 70,000 for Dengler. They have a Scooty signal that goes up in the sky like a Batman signal. I believe it. Oh, a sibling. All right. Bad Green Tiger is a sibling. $170 for Scooty. $230 for Dengler. C-Dub says, Scooty has more family members in chat than I have in total. Yeah, kind of the same, to be honest. Scooty's got all right, he's got gaps over on that left side. And he's going to clear it away. It's going to allow Dengler, if he can get clean. But yeah, Dengler's not quite clean yet. And makes a gap up on high and makes a gap down the middle. So he's got a couple of gaps in the stack. Gets a Tetris Dengler, $299 for him. 208 for Blue Scooty. Cousin Avi has gifted a tier 1 sub to Bad Green Tiger. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Dirty Tetris Blue Scooty 237. I think I watched over on Tyler's stream. What did I watch? Who's doing like the 100 match, the best of 99 or whatever? Who's doing the best of 99? Danny versus Granny. Yeah, that was crazy. It was on Tyler's stream, I think. Was it on Tyler? And there was just crazy Chasedown, like into level 18 speed, and Scooty Grandma like chase down Danny. Sue and I watched it. We were very impressed. 323 for Scooty. I think it's on Tyler's channel. 347 Blue Scooty. 423 Dengler. I think it's a VOD on Tyler's channels. Tetris. Tytris. I think it's the most recent one if it's got those two on it. It was really impressive. Oh, and the Vits, yeah. Scooty Grandma got a Vits. Now, it was an accidental Vits, but still, it counts. 416 for Blue Scooty, 514 for Dengler. C-Dub says you need to know how old Scooty grandparents are. I don't want to know, because I don't want to know that like grandparents are like probably like within shouting distance of how old I am. I don't want to know that. Yeah, Barrett. It was just a Vitz, not a Vitz. Yes. 508 into 19 for Blue Scooty. 583 for Dengler. 2 lines away. He's going to get those 2 lines with a double. And Tetris immediately after 609 for Dengler on 19. 532 Scooty. The lines are tied at 134. You know a 38-year-old grandma? I know somebody who became a grandma at 34. Which is just like, what? It happens. 583 for Blue Scooty. Tetris for Scooty. That's probably the youngest grandparent I know. Stanislaw says, it does happen and I know what causes it. Well, we don't talk about that on this stream, Stanislaw. You can do that on your own stream. Tetris for Scooty, 691. 794 for Dengler. All right, Tetris, Dengler, 853, 725 for Blue Scooty. Tetris, Dengler, 886. 100,000 point lead for Dengler. Lines are close. Fractal's 7th roommate gifted 6 months of tier 1 to Scooty Mom. Thank you, Fractal's 7th roommate. Oh, my word. All these gift subs, I don't know why you need roommates. Maybe that's how you can afford all these gift subs, is these roommates. Thank you very much. 901 for Dengler, 799 for Scooty. Okay, flat burns here. Kingsman loves it. And Tetris Scooty, 837. Tetris Dengler. We're under 30 lines until level 29, and that speed that is going to double. Oh, I guess it's an anniversary for Oma Red Star and Blue Scooty's grandpa. Happy anniversary. A49 for Dengler on 28. He gets a Tetris A84. Scooty is on 28 now at 945. Dengler ahead by 6 lines. Tetris Dengler B20 into 29. That's a 1.1 million and counting. Perfect clear for Dengler with a double. So B20 entry for Dengler and an A20 entry for Blue Scooty. So still about 100,000 point lead. Tetris Scooty A60. And we are off to the races on 29. Tetris Scooty B00. He's got the 1.1. All right, Scooty chopping this down with a triple. Dengler kind of hanging on, gets a bar, B88. Scooty opens up the right side. He's chopping it down. Bar comes. Tetris Scooty B58. Dengler still fighting. Still trying to chop this board down. And the board, just as it's going back down, starting to climb a little bit, and it gets a spire and misses with the S on the left. And that's going to be a top out for Dengler at C08. And just with that Tetris, just as Dengler was topping out, Scooty was setting up for and getting a Tetris to take game number 2. Fractal 7th roommate gifted 3 months to Cat Surgery. Thank you so much, Fractal's 7th roommate. We're all tied up. Going into game number 3. That was really good. See, that's what I like. That is what I like. So yeah, there's a lot of you who really need to only be watching the edited versions. I'm just gonna say that, especially, especially some of the YouTube commenters. Like, they don't understand that it's like a live stream, and they watch the live stream part and then wonder, like, why don't they just get to playing the Tetris? Why is there so much time in between? Well, we gotta like set up the matches, bruh. Okay, we have started in game 3, 114,000 through 20 lines for both players. Well, no, it's not the YouTube chatters, it's the YouTube commenters. The chatters are marvelous. But I know some of you are both and are fine. Nearly everybody is fine. Just once in a while, you just, there are people that they just get something stuck in their craw, and they gotta tell people about it on the internet. They gotta talk about it. All right, Scooty. Oh, Scooty with like the backwards buko or something. I don't know what he was trying to do there. I don't know what that was. All right, Dengler with the Vits, 250, 252 for Blue Scooty. He's got a couple of rows to do here, and we'll see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna try to go dirty? Yeah, but no great place for that square, so he has to create additional holes. The bar comes, and he gets a Tetris 278, 296 for Dengler. So Dengler 319 through 56. Like, what the heck? Oh, nice S hang for the T-tuck. All right, Scooty is clean and has a good halfway to 19 pace already. There's Tetris Scooty. So he's halfway to 19. If he keeps this pace up, it would be like a 650 transition. And Dengler's would be a little tiny bit more because he's got 410 through 72. And he's got a flat, low board. Okay, Scooty trying to find a J piece and cannot find it until he actually covers the J dependency. Okay, 456 through 80 for Dengler. There's a Tetris Dengler. He's going to double tuck that T in. Oh, and he set up a Vits, and that was pretty spicy. He's still waiting on the bar. He's going to need 2 bars to get Tetris here. There's 1. And a long bar goes in. Tetris Dengler 501 through 88. And another one goes in. So he's going to be waiting. Yeah, there it is, that L piece. And let's see what he can do. He's got to take a skim here. So he got 23. Was it 23 in a row? He started the game off with 23, 22. Wait, but it was 90. Didn't he have 90? Oh, all right. 22. So he only got to 88 and he didn't get another one after 88. I thought he had 92 perfect lines, but maybe it was 89 perfect lines in a Tetris or something. Okay. 640 for Dengler, 480 for Scooty. Scooty's got a board. All right, Scooty set up for a dirty. He had 92 and then burned to 93. Yeah, it was 23. Finally, I am correct on the internet for once. My one time. Okay, Tetris Dengler 686 through 123. Scooty gets a bar, could use another. Yeah, 23. Look at you guys all correcting me. You guys were wrong on the internet. Okay, Scooty is into 19 at 539. Dengler is in at 712. So a 700K transition. So two 700K transitions in this stream? What is happening to Tetris? The Scooty's back by over 200,000 points. You know, about 185 lines still to play with. Tetris Scooty 624. Scooty gonna fill in the vits. And get a Tetris 650 for Scooty. There's a Tetris Dengler 873. Long bar in Tetris for both of them. This is about a 220,000 point lead for Dengler. Dengler into level 23. But Dengler 2 Tetrises away from a max out. And if he got those 2 Tetrises, that would happen into 24. And there's a Tetris for Dengler. He's got the max out into 24. Another Tetris Dengler, A47. Blue Scooty at 800 on 24, which is a great score. But Dengler is, he's dangling, as the Twitch chatters say. Oh, it's going to miss with that L piece, so he's going to have to burn that away. It's going to burn away. It's going to take like 6 burns to get rid of it. And there's a triple though, so that's not bad. If you have to burn, I mean, take triples, right? If you have to. B57 for Dengler. There's a Tetris Scooty 990. And people in chat were really looking for the 1.4. Oh no, that O does not get all the way to the left. So Dengler in fix-it mode. He's got a big lead, but it's not a lead that Scooty couldn't chase down because, you know, so Dengler does have to be cautious here and just try to work this stack down before level 29 hits. And he's got 7. Oh no, that's going to be a top up for Dengler at B76. So the target for Scooty is B77, and he's got all day to do it. There's a Tetris for Scooty. A triple would get him pretty much there. And he's just got to, yeah, that's it. So Scooty is going to take game number 3. So Dengler with 23 Tetrises in a row had a 700K transition, but just ran into some misdrops and the stack got too high and really just was at the mercy of RNG that high, and there's really just not much he could do. So Scooty gonna take this one. Jazzy Josh says the 700K transition curse strikes again. My word. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, this game, and by this game I mean Tetris, it's just such a weird game. Ay, ay, ay. Dengler needs to win to force a deciding game 5. Doug, do you, by the way, Doug, I didn't really, I've never given out trophies for Mega Masters, and someone put a bug in my ear that I should give out trophies and do it retroactively. There's a theme where I'm trying to make up for things in the past, right? You can see that happening. Do you want a trophy, dog? And then Fractal, you're probably not still here because you're doing something, but do you want trophies for Mega Masters, or is it just a piece of junk to haul around? You want a trophy. All right, we'll get you a trophy. And that we'll get everybody Mega Masters trophies. Everybody who's ever won Mega Masters will get a retroactive trophy. 3 people vent in the sky: Fractal, Alex T, and Doug. But that's 4 total trophies. I should make Fractal like a 2-part trophy, you know, that kind of like broken in half to form 1 trophy. What does the trophy look like? I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, Fractal, you'd get 2. You want 2 trophies to lug around your entire life? Okay, 251 for Dengler, 254 for Blue Scooty. All right, I'll try to make them a reasonable size, unless you guys want like gaudy, huge, like room-size trophies. No, I got a budget here, okay? All right, Scooty. Okay, flat bar burn. Another flat bar burn on the long bar to the left for a triple. So Scooty, that was looking a little dodgy there, but he's going to survive. 289 for Scooty. Survival and a Tetris. It'll be hard to outdo the Jonas Cup. Well, you know how we're at monthly Tetris, like MT. It may or may not be called the MT Cup. $301 for Blue Scooty, $367 for Dengler. Don't you don't want something, you don't want an empty cup for winning? $348 for Blue Scooty, $460 for Dengler. Oh, I better keep it I better keep composed here. I don't want my executive producer to get mad at me for expressing joy on stream and enjoying myself. All right, $396 for Blue Scooty, $482 for Dengler. That's right, no expressions of joy allowed. Tetris Blue Scooty, $442, $505 Dengler. We get to Tetris 528 through 97. So Dengler pacing again. I think Scooty's watching. He's like, what do I have to do here? Dengler with the Vits, the true Vits. Not to just set it up and hope Vits, but the like, hey, there's an eye in the window, and I'm setting it up. Is Vandy's executive producer a member of the Fun Police or something? Yeah, something like that. Says Caitlin B on YouTube. Okay, Tetris Blue Scooty 566, 65 for Dengler, 688. He Tetrises. He's got a 700K again. And he can potentially get one more Tetris. He takes the adjustment. And now he's just waiting on a bar. Long bar in. Dengler with an even better 700K transition. Like, what the heck? I mean, this is the same game, really. I mean, Dengler up over 200,000 points. And Scooty's like, you know, dude, relax. This is crazy. Another Tetris Dengler, 809. A skimming at Tetris for Scooty at 608. All right, Dengler takes a burn there. A couple other burns here for Dengler. See what he's going to do. All right, he's just going to take the... He's got a big lead, so he's just going to take the, you know, the burns on the chin there. Tetris Dengler, 874. He's still got about a 200,000 point lead after, you know, all this burning. Okay, he's going to uncover that hole. A good adjustment to get Tetris ready in one piece. And a Tetris for Dengler, 910. Scooty's left side has got kind of an overhang of Z piece, and he gets a long bar in there. He's bringing it down. And that's a great T piece and a J piece. So Scooty taking this down, but Dengler just, you know, he's in go mode. Tetris Scooty, column 3. Dengler with the max out on 24. It's a later max out than his previous game, but still a 24 max off of a 700K transition. A 64 Dengler, 772 for Scooty. Tetris Dengler now a 300,000 point lead plus. So Scooty is further behind now than in the previous game. Tetris Scooty 807, B63 for Dengler. Another Tetris Dengler, B96, 17 lines to go. Potentially, if he goes perfect, 5 more Tetrises before level 29. That's a lot to ask. But maybe it's not. There's another Tetris Dengler, C30. Tetris Scooty, 911. And Scooty might be wanting to call 911 after seeing what's happening on Dengler's board. So Scooty is into 29 at 947. Long bar down for a triple for Scooty. A Tetris for Dengler. He could potentially get one more. He's got the 1.3 transition into, assuming he transitions here. And a long bar goes in for a triple. D13 for Dengler, but his board is kind of high, so he's got to bring it down. Blue Scooty still hanging around. Good board, although he's got a T setup in it. Dengler trying to bring his board back down. Good triple. D31. A87 for Scooty. A skimming at Tetris for Blue Scooty. B29. He's cut the lead to about 210,000. The B is 1.1. The D is 1.3. Scooty clean board, stacking, skimming, Tetrising. Blue Scooty, B84. Another Tetris for Blue Scooty, C26. Dengler takes a triple down the right side. Scooty with another Tetris, C68. He gets another one. He's within 100,000 points now, but he's ahead by 19 lines. So that's going to be a factor for Scooty. Scooty really just cannot slow down. Dengler with a Tetris E22, because when Scooty gets to 39, Dengler will still be dangling, potentially. Tetris for Scooty, D66. Tetris Dengler, E77. Scooty okay, finds a long bar, gets it, E20. Scooty just really continued to go. Another Tetris Scooty, E66. Dengler takes a triple and a double, F13. Scooty at F11. Another Tetris Scooty. Scooty's in the lead in score real time, but he's got only 8 lines to go, so he's just got a Tetris out. And just all he can really do after this is sit and watch and wait. And Scooty's trying to set up for 2 on 29. Are you kidding me? And he's not even going to get the 1. So let's see what happens. Oh, my word. What is going to happen? So Dengler, the chase down is 007. That is your chase down target. There's a Tetris F89. One more will do it, and that is going to do it for Dengler. Now, I wonder if Blue Scooty had just taken that 1. Would that have been enough? And we'll just see. And yeah, it would not have been enough. So Dengler, oh my God, the double rollover. Blue Scooty with the 1.606. Dengler with the 1.68. And Dengler is going to tie it up. What a game. 3-2-1 Tetris. I mean, now I don't know what to think. You know, you can get a 200,000 score deficit or transition deficit and lose. You can get it and win. You can chase it down 300,000 and still lose. I mean, I don't know what to think. There's just no way you can look at any game, even on 18. Oh, he's up 300,000 points. That, just mentally check out. No, you really can't. I mean, these players are just too good. Sentient Longbar says, Vandy, are you getting some warm weather in your neck of the woods? Yeah, we're setting records. Tom J with the $20.01 contribution to get us to 28970. Thank you, Tom J. Getting that silly number off the screen. And K Taco, you are the winner of the giveaway. So K Taco, make sure you hit the link that says ctm.wtf/redeem, and you'll log in with your Twitch account, and it will know that you've won, and it will take you through a checkout flow. Congratulations for winning the Decider .ping can glass. 116 for Dengler, 118 for Blue Scooty as we get underway in this deciding Game 5. And really, I mean, yeah, you can't look at it and go, oh, he's ahead, oh, he's behind. It doesn't matter. You just enjoy what you're seeing. All right, Tetris Scooty 194, 208 for Dengler. Yeah, so I think a lot of the performances here in, this final Masters event before CTWC will inform, a lot of how people are, what they're going to do for predictions and things like that. So it should really be interesting to see how this all starts to come together in the next 3 weeks. $269 for Blue. That's why we had to have a May Masters event, right? Can you imagine we were just on hiatus? It was really Miles, right? Miles was like, I was like, oh, we might take a break. And Miles was like, no, bruh. He was like, bro, no. I'm like, oh, okay. So you can thank Miles for having CTM this month. Okay, 370 for Dengler, 319 for Blue Scooties. Scooty, just one. There are so many Scooties in chat, though. It made me think there were multiple. Blue Scooty. Hemalizer says, love watching these kids play. Well, tell all your grandparent-y friends, right? If you go to bingo. What else do grandparents stereotypically do? If you go to bingo, if you're at the If you're at the Social Security office, tell all your friends to watch CTM. Maybe we can be the #1 esport for grandparents. That should be our tagline. The #1 esport for grandparents. 435 for Blue Scooty, 554 for Dengler. Dengler on another pace again. He's at 576 through 109. Scooty 458 through 106. Okay, so Dengler taking the burns here. He's got a lead of almost 100,000 points. And those of you kind of hoping for another 700K, probably the burns are going to take that away here. But still, about almost 100,000 point lead. All right, Tetris for Dengler, 612. One more available before 19. Tetris down for Dengler. And, you know, just a 636 transition, guys. So kind of a suffer game for Dengler. Just kidding, of course. Huge transition for Dengler. Y'all are spoiled with these 700K transitions. 562 for Scooty. All right, Dengler here trying to bring this board down. Tetris for Scooty, 623 through 149. Tetris for Dengler, 704 through 155. So right now when the lines are close, it's about a 50,000 point lead. Tetris Dengler, 786. 680 for Scooty. Another Tetris Scooty, 708. And a couple of burns here for Scooty. Dengler set up dirty and gets it. There's a dirty Dengler, 816. And Dengler setting up again for the dirty Tetris, but he's going to be forced into taking the burns. Oh, that left side for Dengler. Not sure if that was on purpose. Okay, he's going to uncover that left side. He's keeping it uncovered. No, he's just going to take the triple. Play it safe. 838 for Dengler. 803 for Scooty. Scooty set up column 10. Dengler uncovers. He's got one ready in column 2. Try not to hold out too long. We'll see how he's going to attack this. 858 for him. He uncovers that column 2 well again. And he's going to get it. 891. And he's keeping that well open. Okay, he's going to get it 924 now. Let's see if he's going to transfer. No, he's going to transfer the well to column 10. And Scooty now in the lead, 970 to 927. Tetris Dengler, 960. Scooty has got the max out on level 27. Another Tetris Scooty, A41. There's one Dengler, 996, one away, and he gets the 1. So Dengler now with the max, adjust for the J piece. And another Tetris Dengler. So 10,000 point difference, 4 line difference. Scooting in a Tetris into 29 to B47. Dengler's already there at B08. Tetris for Dengler, B45. A Dengler open. Long bar gets over. He's going to work this stack down. B85. B75 for Scooty. Okay, Scooty gets a dirty Tetris, 4 rows off the bottom. C18 for him. CO2 for Dengler. Dengler and Scooty both with low boards. A double 2 deep dependent for Dengler. And he is again. All right, he's bringing it down. He's about to get set up. He's set up again. Tetris for Dengler into the lead. C58, Scooty's board in trouble. He's got to bring this down. Tetris for Dengler, D00. Scooty's board kind of at a standstill. Dengler hangs a bar, but gets a couple other ones over to the left side to build it all the way back out. He's set up for a Tetris and gets it. D55 for Dengler. Scooty at C71. Scooty just hasn't been able to bring this board back down. He's staying alive, though. Oh no, that center for Blue Scooty. And that's going to seal it. Blue Scooty is going to top out at C81. And Dengler has done it. He went up, well, he was up a game apiece. He gave one out to Scooty. Scooty with the huge chase down. And then Dengler, though, is going to hang on. What a crazy match. What an absolutely crazy match. Huge score swings, huge paces for these players. Multiple 700K transitions, back 600K plus transitions for Dengler, including those 2. Double rollover, double kill streak. I mean, just a crazy, crazy match. Easily finals quality match. 2 players definitely worthy. But it is going to be Dengler moving on to the semifinals. So GG's to you. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.